Hello and welcome to this lesson. Let's look at Autodesk Revit structure tutorials from start to finish or for beginners. And as you can see, this is what we are going to work with. We will do this model. We are going to model this one and add the reinforcement from start to finish. And this course is suitable for beginners, even those who are using Revit, because there are a lot of things that I'm going to explain which you are going to benefit from. So without wasting time, let's get started in this lesson. Now, before I proceed, I just want to ask all of you, please, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, make sure that you like my video and also subscribe to this channel. And if there's anyone who'd like to join me in a course in Revit architecture, Revit structure, and robot structure analysis professional in a course, please check the links in the description. So I'm just going to close this so that we start, from the beginning. And what I'll do, I'll simply close this one. And now to start a new project, you can just double click the Revit icon, or since I already opened this first page, of course, once you click the first icon, or the icon of Revit, you are going to have this, except for the recent files, but we are going to have all these options. These are default templates or default projects, and also this one. Once you are here, make sure that you click on new, and now you can open your template from here. You can just check within here if it's not there, and make sure that create new is selected. And if you check there, you don't have the template that you want, just click on browse. Now, depending on what you have installed, you are going to have several templates. I'll just click there and make sure that I go to templates. Now within here, I have a number of templates. I'll go to English, and let me just pick this template here, select there and click on open. So you just pick the template that you want to use and click on OK. So here we are. This is Revit, and the first thing that you need to start with, of course, is the levels. So just go to project browser here, and now you can go to any of the elevations here. And now maybe I just want to have a level at the bottom. I'll select this one, right click and create similar. And now I can just have maybe a level down here, maybe at 1 meter. I can just click there and just click there. Then I also need some levels on top at 3 meters. All right, maybe up to somewhere there. Just click the first point and the second point. Also need. Now, if you can just put them at random, and you can change the spacing as you wish, just like that. Click on modify. Now I can check this one. This one is 3 meters. I can check that one and change it to 3M on your keyboard and enter. It will change to 3 meters. Also have this one. Type 3M on your keyboard and enter. It will change to 3 meters and click outside. So now I can change the naming here. For example, if I just click this one, click once again, I can call it top of footing, TOF. Make sure that caps is active, then TOF, then click outside and make sure that you click on yes so that that name can appear there. Click outside. Now let me change the spacing here. I'll click the bottom one, and I want to change this one to 1100 and click just like this. Now level 1 up to level 6 is okay for me. Now once you set your levels, go to any of these. Like I'll go to level 1. Let me go to level 1 right here by double clicking. And now I can set my grids right here. I can go to architecture or structure, and now I'll just pick on the grid there. And I just want to do a simple structure. I'll start with the horizontal one. I'll pick that point and that point. And now I'll also have this one, maybe even at 6 meters. It's okay. Pick that point and that point. Now I'll do the vertical ones, maybe from that point and that point. Click on modify to escape. Then I can zoom in here using the wheel on my mouse. Click once again. Then I'll call this one and click outside. Click outside. Then select on this one, right click and create similar. I can have another one maybe at 5 meters. Click that point and that point and click on modify. Now these can be moved. Once I select on one, it's locked. As you can see from here, I can just drag it closer here. Select this one, drag it up to somewhere here, and here we are. All right, now I'll start with the columns. So I'll simply go to structure, then make sure that I click on column, then make sure that you are under properties here so that you can see the properties for your columns. Then I'll just click there and pick any of these columns. Maybe let me pick 300 by 450. These are the columns that I want to use. I'll pick that one. Now from here, I know that I'm on level 1. But maybe let me go to top of footing, or since I'm on level 1, I want my column to go top of footing. I'll change this one to depth. As you can see, it's okay, and it's at top of footing. All right, so now I can simply, add the columns there. If I want to space using the space bar on my keyboard, I'm able to rotate them like that, but I think I'll leave it the way it is. Click this one and that one, go there, click that one, and also this one. The columns from level 1 up to the top of footing, I can escape by clicking there, go to 3D view, and you see that we have the columns. Now from here, I can change the view styles to shaded, as you can see from here, and I just have to have fine level of detail. If I don't want to see these levels in this view, just type VG on your keyboard to go to the visibility graphics, then go to annotation categories right here and just go to levels by typing L, then you have it right there. Click on apply. Okay. Right, now I'll go to level 1 once again. Now I just want to have the columns from maybe level 1, or I can even go to level 2 and use the depth. Okay, so I'll just go to project browser, open level 2. So from level 2 to level 1, I need the columns. So click on column, make sure that under the properties, that is the column that I want, and I can still have those columns in place, just like that, just like that, just like that. Then I'll go to project browser, level 2, I'll go to where is level 3? I think I should have level 3 somewhere. Let me just click cancel there. Why is it skipping to level 4? I'll go to project browser, go to south. You can see that, oh, we have skipped one. So I can quickly change here so that I'm consistent with what I'm doing. I'll call this one level 3, click outside, yes. Then I'll have level 4, click there. Then put a 4 there, click outside, then yes. Then I also have now level 5, click outside there, then click inside, and 5 there. Okay, yes. All right, so I'll go to level 3 so that you can go up to level 2. So level 3 right here. Then I'll go to column, and I think the same column is right there. Now make sure that depth, we are level 3. Then we just want to go to level 2. Okay, now why am I not seeing the column? We are at level 3, we want to go to level 2. Okay, let me just cancel this one, level 3 to level 2. So let me go to level 3. Once again on the column, go to the properties, and we have this one. Okay, so now why something is different here, make sure that this is not a slanted column. Make sure that you pick the vertical column. Now you can have it like this, the depth, level 3 up to level 2, which is okay. Now I can proceed with this one, just like that, just like that, just like that, and also just like that. Now I'll click on modify. Now if I go to my 3D view, you notice that maybe I don't want to waste time, trying to add those. Let me just copy these columns up to the top because the spacing is the same. I'll select maybe from this direction to the other. I've selected those columns. Then the 3D view, I'll just click on copy to clipboard, then click on paste, then align to selected levels. I think the last two, this one, hold control, and this one, and click on finish. Let me select elevation, and you see that it's on top there. Okay, the columns are in place. Let's add, the bases on the top of footing. So I'll just go to project browser, then top of footing, and let me have the base here. So I'll go to structure, then isolated, click there, and make sure that on properties, and maybe I'll just pick the bases the way they are. The dimensions are there. If you want to edit, you can just click on edit there, and we have the thickness, we have the width, and we have the length. You can change these things from here. I'll just cancel and maintain the base the way it is. I'll just click there and make sure that the bases are right there in place, as you can see. Then I'll click on modify to escape. Check in 3D, you can see that the bases are right there. Now let's add the beams. So I'll start with maybe level 1 right here. We need the beams, and also level 2. So let me start with level 1. Just go to structure, click on the beam, and then expand within the properties. I think we have a number of beams. I'll just use this one with the default dimensions. If I can click there, I can change the dimensions from here. Just cancel. Let me have, this is level 1, so I just want to have the beam from that point up to that point. Then if I want to click on chain, I don't have to exit like that, so that I can continue adding the beams like that. Then go to the 3D view, we see we have those beams. Then I can go to level 1, level 2, all the way up to the top. But if I want to copy everything on those floors, I can select all these beams by holding the shift and select all these. Then just click on copy to clipboard, then click on paste, then align to selected levels. We have it at level 1. I'll hold control and select all these levels and click on finish. Okay, I think there is some identical instances maybe on this one, so I can just cancel there. Let me select this one and delete. Okay, and delete once again. Okay, and do once. I think this one also, select on that one, delete one. Okay, I think it's fine now. Select this one, delete one. Okay, undo, Control Z. So we have the model here with all the beams, the columns, and the bases, as you can see from here. Now let me just change some graphics quickly by going to graphics there, then smooth, then I'll use white lines under the silhouettes, then I can even activate the shadow, then apply. Okay, and you see that we have it here. Now I'll just proceed with the addition of the rebar here. I'll go to the top of footing and add the rebar within the base there. So go to the top of footing right here. I'll cut a section here by going to view, then section, and I'll pick that point and that point. Just drag it like that. Double click the head there. You see we have the section like this one. Then I'll zoom in here, then select this one and click on rebar. Click on OK. And now I can pick the rebar that I want to use. Maybe I want to use 16T. And now under the rebar shape browser, maybe I want to use 21. Then before I do anything, we are using rebar by 2 points. Let me use expand to host, just like that. Now the placement there, maybe current work plane. All right, we are in current work plane. Then the next option there under placement or rotation parallel to work plane. So you can see that now we have it here. So I'll just add the rebar there, then click on modify there. You can see that we can see the bar as a single line. Just go down there and click on fine level of detail, as you can see. Now select on the bar. You can go back here and now just change the settings here. I want to make sure that we have maximum spacing, and I just want to put 200 there. Click inside. So we have the number of bars. Then I'll put the bars in the other direction by selecting this one. Right click and maybe create similar. You see that if I hover my cursor there, I can see the bar in, like that. But what I want to do, I'll go to placement here and use perpendicular. Then you see we have that bar. I'll click on it, then modify. Now this bar is intersecting with this one. I'll select on this bar, use edit constraints, and now I can pick the center there and make sure that I click there and offset it by negative maybe 16 and enter. You see that it goes on top there and click on finish. Perfect. Now I'll select on this bar and simply drag it up to somewhere here. Select this one, drag it up to somewhere here. And this is what we have. If I go to my 3D view, I can't see the bars. What I need to do is select where we have the bars, everything like that. Then filter, check none, structural rebar, apply, OK. The bars are right there. Now you need to go to view visibility states under the properties, click there and activate the 3D view, view unobscured, click on apply, and you see that we have it right there. Now let me just copy these bars to these other columns, and what I'll do, I'll just pick that base, then propagate the rebar, and I can simply pick like that to add the bars on the other ones and click on finish. All right, let's proceed with the column. I think we still have this section here, and we are going to cut a section here so that we add the bars here. So what I'll do, I'll simply go to view, then section. Let me just click there and put detail section there, then cut a section from there up to there. Right, drag it like that. Then I'll double click the head. So we have this section, select the box and drag it. So now let's add the stirrups here. I'll select the column and click on rebar. So for this one, we want the stirrups to be maybe 8R from here. And what shape code can we pick from here? Maybe let's pick, go down, and we pick maybe 51. Right, now this is expand to host. Make sure that you counter check the placement, maybe current work plane, then from here parallel to work plane, and this is what we have. If you just hover your cursor there, to be right there and it will snap. So I'll simply add it there, then go down here and change to fine level of detail, and you see we have it here. Now I'll select on this one and make sure that maximum spacing at 200 is selected, and this is fine. Now let's add the horizontal bars within here. I'll select on the column, then the rebar, and this time I'll change the bar maybe to 16T or T16, just like that. Then I'll go on top here and pick the first one, and now we have, you know, expand to host rebar by 2 points. I can even use this one. Let me leave the way it is, expand to host. Click this one, current to work plane, then pick this one, then perpendicular, and you see that I have the bars. So now I can change the number of bars if I want, but I think 3 is okay. I'll just add it there, then move down and add the bars there, then click on modify. So we have the bars there. If I just go to my 3D view, let me try to select everything from here, then filter, check none, structure rebar, apply, okay. And now I can change view visibility states to 3D view, apply, and you see that I have the bars on this column. All right, now what I'm going to do is to simply, what I'll do, I'm just going to make sure that I, you know, do some starter bars on this column up there, and I'll use 600. So I'll select on this one and also hold control, select on this one. I'll go to edit constraints, then I'll just pick the top one here. Okay, I think all the bars, there's that one here. And now what I'll do is I just want to pick also the top of that column. Okay, so I think the top is selected. We have two faces. We have that face here on the top of the rebar and also the top of the column. So this is what I want. Now I just need to change this one to maybe 600, enter, and you can see that that is the starter bar from the face there all the way up to the top, and just click on finish. Click like that. And then what I'm going to do is to just propagate, you know, the rebar all the way up to the top. I'll select on the column there, then propagate. Let me see if it's going to fit within there. Click perfect. You can see it fits there with those starter bars. I can just click there, and maybe even before I do that, I can even do some, you know, okay, I'm not going to do the cranking. I'll just move this bar a bit inside. So let me cancel first of all. I'll do it once. I'll select on first. Let me cancel so that you don't get confused. You just need to click on that column, propagate, and I'll select this one and click on finish. First we have this one. Now what I can do the cranking, but maybe let me just try to use some offset so that I can move these bars inside by clicking on edit constraints. I'll select on it. All right, so once I pick that one, let me try to pick the face of this one. Okay, perfect. So I have two, as you can see, these are parallel planes, this one and this one. Now it's at maybe 41. Let me put it at 50. If I change this one maybe to 55 and enter, or actually it's supposed to be negative 55 now, negative 55 and enter. Now it goes inside, then click on finish. Let's see what we have here. I think, okay, this is perfect. This is what I want. Now I can do the cranking if I want, but let me just offset these bars like this, and you can see that that overlap is there. All right, so let me do the same on this one. I'll select that one, then click edit constraints, then I'll pick that face, and let me check the two parallel lines. Now you can see that if I orbit like this, I also need to select the face. I hope I'm selecting the face. Okay, perfect. Now I can select it, and you can see those parallel planes. Right, I hope I haven't missed it. Then I'll select on this one, and I'll type negative, was it negative, maybe 55, enter. All right, it's perfect. Then click on finish. Click outside. So what I wanted to achieve is just an overlap here. Now what I'll do is select on this one now, and I can click on propagate, and I'll propagate it to this one. You can see it's perfect, to that one and to that one. Then click on finish. Then I can go on top and make sure that I select this bar, hold control, select that bar, then go to edit constraints. All right, once again, and I'll select the top there. As you can see, it's selected there, and you see we have this one. So what I'll do, I'll click there and put a 0 there, then click there. You see it touches there. Now I can even drop it further from there, maybe negative 50. Okay, that is the cover, or maybe more than the cover. Enter there and click on finish. We have it there. All right, now we have this bar. If I want, I can just deactivate the last bar there so that we don't have it there. Or even if I want, I can even drag this one maybe up to somewhere there. All right, so maybe I'm happy with what I have. Now, what I need to do is now to propagate this to other, columns there. So I'll start with this one, and you can notice that before I even do this, I have to drop these bars at the bottom. So I'll select these bars, and what is the thickness of this one? Let me select it, click on edit. This is the foundation thickness is 450. So I'll drop these bars by 400. I'll select on the bars and also select on this one, then edit constraints. And now I can pick the bottom one there, and I want to drop this one maybe by -400, enter. Oh, it's supposed to be positive. Okay, it doesn't matter. Maybe 400 as a positive, enter. Now we are here and I can click on finish. All right, let me now add the hooks. I'll start with this one. Now for the hooks, hook at start and hook at end, I just need to know which one is the start and which is the end. I can go on edit constraints. Sometimes it shows end of bar. Okay, as you can see, if I just hover my cursor, this is the end of the bar. So you notice that. Let me just click on finish. So once I select on it, that is the end. Hook at end, maybe I just want to have 90 degrees. It's in the other direction, but I can change hook at end. Let me just drag this one, and at the end there I just want to have 180 so that it goes in the other direction, as you can see from here. Then I'll do the same for the other bar. Okay, so we have this one. I'll select on it. All right, then we have the hook at end, which is 90. Then hook at end, once again maybe 180, enter. As you can see, we have it right there and it's perfect. Okay, so if I want, I can drag this setup to go down, but now I can propagate by selecting on the column, click on propagate, and I can simply do that. It's as simple as that, and everything is in place. As long as you propagate it properly, you're not going to have any challenge. Now I can select on this column once again, and this one, okay, this one I can click on propagate and just pick this column, that column, and that one, finish. You see, it's as simple as that. Now for this one, I'll select on it, propagate, and pick this column, this one, this one. Okay, we still have this one. I think I can do the same because it's the same bar. Then finish. And now the last one, this one, I'll just pick the column, click on propagate, and I'm able to pick this column just like that and click on finish. Perfect. Let's deal with the beams. As you can see from here, everything looks okay. Now for the beams, let me just remove this search pattern on the beams. I don't like it. I'll click on the beam there, then go to the structural material, click on edit there, and it will open like this. That is the material. Then under the graphics, you see that the surface pattern, there's that sand. I just want to remove it. Don't need it. Click on apply, okay, apply, okay. Then it's perfect. Now I'll go to that section. Remember, we have this beam. I can just expand this box like this. And now we have this, beam. Now I'll just cut a section there by going to view and section, make sure that the detail is selected. Then I'll just cut that section and double click this head so that once I select that box and drag it, I can add my beams here. Select on the beam, and now Rebar will start with the stirrups. So I'll just change under the properties here. I want to have 8R if I want. Then the shape code, maybe I want to have shape code. Which one is it? Maybe 51. Now we are on expand to host. Then click there, current work plane. Then select there, parallel to work plane. Just move in there. Make sure that you set this one to maximum spacing 200 is okay. Then change this one to fine level of detail, and we're happy. So what I'll do again, I'll continue. I'll click on modify and just select on beam here, and I'll click on let me click on Rebar here. Then I'll change this one. I'll go up here and change the bar there. Then I'll change this one to Y16 or T16. Where is it? So I'll go to, just make sure that you pick the one that you want to use. Where is T16? Okay, this is 16T right here. Now you just need to check under this one and use perpendicular to cover, and you can see that I can have maybe 3 bars there. Again, you can do what you want depending on your design, and also these bars here. Then modify, and this is what we have. Let me go to that section. We see what we have. We have these beams. Now if I want, I can add, you know, the hooks there, but I think I'm okay with what I have. The hooks, it's not a problem, I can do that. So let me go to my 3D view and maybe select this one, then filter, check none, structure rebar, apply, okay. So I'll go to view visibility states and make sure that this 3D is selected, then okay. So we have the bars like that. Now let me select on, you know, that beam there and click on propagate. I'll propagate it to this one, perfect, to this one, that one, you know, just like that, so that I can have all the bars on the beams just like that. Then click on finish. All right, now right click, cancel. Let me also try to propagate. Sometimes if it misbehaves, I'm going to show on how you can constrain it, but Revit sometimes constrains automatically. So let me select on it, propagate, and let me try this one. Okay, it looks perfect. Let me just orbit. Everything is perfect. There was an automatic constraint. So I'll select this one and just finish up the other beams just like this, like that, and click on finish. So perfect. Here we are. We have this frame in a matter of few minutes. Oh, I left this one. Okay, so let me just pick this one. I'll pick this one actually and make sure that I propagate, and now I can propagate to this one and that one. So just cancel. Why am I canceling? Anyway, it's okay. So you can see this is how you can do the modeling of the rebar on the beams and also on the columns. See you in some upcoming lessons.